What's up? It's your boy Marwin, Food Fidelity. Today's recipe is dirty rice. You know me, I'm gonna do my best to elevate flavor, simple ingredients, but also try to get that texture right. Now I know there's a lot of people out there, especially my New Orleans folk, they hear dirty rice, it's gotta be like this, it's gotta be this. It's gotta have liver, it's gotta have gizzards. Like, hey man, I don't eat liver. So there's no liver in this dish. I am gonna compromise and add some gizzards to kind of keep that essence of authentic New Orleans styles dirty rice. But forgive me for using ground meat, ground beef, exactly. But hey, the flavor's there, the texture's gonna be there, the aroma's gonna be there. When you cook it, you'll feel the vibe in the kitchen. That's all I got. So if you hate it or love it, either way, hit the comments after you made the dish or checked out the video. But hey, this is Food Fidelity, a kitchen where every recipe has a soundtrack. Flavor's always got rhythm. Let's get to cooking. Dirty rice starts with cooked rice. The rice I'm cooking starts with beef broth, and I add some fresh herbs, thyme, oregano, and bay leaves to infuse it with flavor. I'm not adding salt, which I normally would if I were cooking rice, only because the beef broth is salted already, so really don't need to add any more salt to get the flavor in the rice. But the reason I cook my rice first and then refrigerate it overnight is because I want to give those grains time to dry out and firm up. That really helps with cooking the rice later when I'm starting to, finish the dirty rice dish. The firmness of the texture allows it to better soak up the rendered fat, as well as keep the rice grains from getting mushy when you're cooking. And so dirty rice to me is as much about texture as it is about flavor, and so you want to get it right. I'm working with gizzards. I'm not a liver guy, but I did compromise and add gizzards. You'll want to do some pre-work in terms of trimming these a little bit, as well as making them easier for the grinding process. So if you're not going to trim, make sure you grind these like extra fine, because there are some fat that can be pretty, or the white stuff you see can be pretty tough and chewy. So you want to really kind of work that out of the ground gizzards mix. So I'm actually going to combine my ground gizzards with my ground beef that I'm using up front. Again, I'm just kind of doing some prep work to make the dish like easier to cook. But as you can see, it's nice and ground. I'm using Wagyu beef, but you really, because I have some, but just make sure that you use beef with ample fat, a 70-30 ratio or 80-20 at minimum, because you want some fat in there to flavor the dirty rice. So when you brown the meat, it's going to render that fat out, and that's going to be prime real estate to get soaked up by the rice. So I'm going to saute my Holy Trinity plus green onions. I'm doing half of my green onion mix, half of my Holy Trinity. I want half of it sauteed and half of it raw as part of the recipe. And so the part that I'm sauteing up front, I'm going to let that cook for about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to add some garlic, probably like at the 9.5 minute mark, right? So I don't want garlic to cook that long because garlic will start to turn bitter. Right when it's done cooking, that 10-minute mark, I'm going to add some duck fat. Again, I'm trying to layer flavors with the different ingredients. The other thing with duck fat, it helps to get a really nice crisp on the brown meat when you're cooking it. I'm actually going to try to get mine, develop a little bit of crust. Again, texture is really important for me in this dish. So the other thing you guys see me do a lot is really kind of work the meat to try to break it up. And so I did some pre-work, and now you see me again trying to break it up because I want the ground beef to be as refined, as smaller pieces as possible, not those big chunks. I added my fresh vegetables in at this point, and I'm going to let that cook down as I brown the ground beef. And so keep in mind again, I have the sauteed vegetables. I got the ground meat with the duck fat, plus the raw vegetables added to it. Plus, I'm layering in the seasonings as I go. The seasonings for me is just a homemade Creole spice mix that I'll leave in the ingredients. But you can also use your favorite, whatever New Orleans style or Creole Cajun spice mix. So I'm going to let this cook for a minute. As you can see, I've been letting it sit. I want you to see like the crust that's firming up on the bottom of the pan. So you can see like the pan is browning a bit as I cook it. That's because I let it sit unbothered. Now I'm going to add my Worcestershire sauce, and I'm going to deglaze with that. So don't worry about that browning that accumulated at the bottom of the pan, because you're gonna get rid of that later, and that's going to add even more flavor as you scrape those fawns up from the bottom of the pan. I've added a little bit more seasoning. I'm going to give it a stir and let it cook some more. Adding a little butter and some beef broth and some more of that spice. Again, I'm just going to continue to layer in flavors to just make this a really, really flavorful, complex, layered dish. And so now, like, as I've kind of gotten most of my dirty rice ingredients kind of worked out into the pan, I'm going to cover it up and let it simmer for about 20 minutes. Let those flavors come together. They need time to really come together and gel with all the different things that we have working in the pot. Not complicated, but really time, with the dish. So after 20 minutes, I'm going to add the rice. Again, this is my rice that has been sitting in the refrigerator, drying out. I let it sit overnight, and then I add it to the pan and let it cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. The goal is to try to get each one of those kernels of rice soaked with all the fatty goodness that's sitting in that pot, and that's where the flavor comes from. Now I'm going to add some more green onions to finish off the dish. I'm going to fold that in as a last finishing step with my dirty rice recipe. And we're pretty much at the point now where we're ready to start tasting. But I can tell you, my kitchen smells oh so nice. That Creole flavor is just smelling up everywhere. And the ground meat has done its job of really kind of rendering the fat available to be soaked up and really enveloped with those kernels. And so I like to just eat my dirty rice as a main dish. You can use it as a side dish for other Creole recipes, but that's it for me. And yeah, you see what we're working with. So delicious. You see the shirt, you already know. The track that pairs with this recipe is a Maze song, my favorite Maze song, While I'm All Alone. The thing about dirty rice, it's got a complex taste, but the technique and the seasoning is simple but deep. And that's kind of like the song. The song is patient. It's not overproduced. Frankie's not oversinging, but emotionally, it's deep, and you feel it. You feel all of it. You think about dirty rice. It's about stretching ingredients to feed a whole lot of people. Man, Maze is like that. 20 years without a studio album, yet sold out concerts year in, year out. Everybody singing the words to every song. That's what's up. That's what you're working with this week. That's it. That's all I got for you. This dish has a lot of flavor. If you're digging it, hit that red subscribe button after you tried it and rated it. You get more dope, highly flavored recipes to your inbox each week when I post new content. Thanks for vibing with me. Peace out.